Okay, so I'm gonna get here with more RimWorld here. New DLC, the Odyssey, has come out. Um, so if I check out the world here, I can show. Does it show? Yeah, so there are different. One of the features of Odyssey is they've added different terrain types, and when you go to a location, it tell you what the features are of the terrain. Um, so my feature here is there's a quail habitat. But there are other places. There's caves. It's a mixed biome, solid ice. I did see. There's a terraforming scar, high geothermal activity, windy. Another mixed biome. So they've added a bunch of stuff. One of the major things also is you can go into space. I can't see it from here, but you can go into space. Also, they've added better bridges, which I think that's heavy bridges. So I can actually build onto this with heavier stuff. And the goal is going to be to build the Seaside enclave here with a bunch of the new animals. So before I could get all the big animals, but it was kind of a pain because they didn't wander into your biome. If they weren't part of your biome, you'd either have to wait for traders to show up, and caravaning was kind of a hassle to get it. But now also they've added in along with the giant ships, you can get shuttles. So my plan is to just shuttle to the different biomes, which is especially if I can get further away, and try to capture some animals and bring them back to my menagerie that I'm going to build. So yeah, there's a lot more animals, and there's a couple here that I want to gather myself. Maybe some quails for my menagerie. And otherwise, I've just started the same crash landed starting play. I've got a few mods. One of them is this camera zoom. I've got one where changes the color of unmined minerals. Makes it a little easier to find them on the map. None of my mods are changed in any of the gameplay. I think I'm actually running like 4 or 5 at the moment, but there's So there's what even tells you the fish. Yeah, another thing. There are fish now. So there's bass and catfish here, and I bet if I go, here's salmon and marlin. Because I am in a river delta, I have some freshwater fish in the delta itself, and then once it goes out into the ocean, we've got different fish. I think I do need to research fishing? Yes, okay, there it is. Yeah, so fishing is also something that needs to be researched, and I believe it's part of hunting. Yeah, hunt and fish, okay. Let's see. So yeah, my ideology, we're aristocrats. I'm a fluid ideology. How I curate my keeper shaman. I'm pretty sure I changed that name. I could have swore I changed these. I'll have to go in and rechange these back. Yeah, I don't think it saved the names I had. for my rituals. Well, that's something I'll worry about later. Okay, so we've got Wolf and Tome, who are actually a married couple. Where's my social? Yeah. So out of the random people I decided to send down here, you know, I got the couple, and then there's this random kid. Moron just happens to be here. Although he's friends with Wolf, not so much with Tome. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is get a stockpile zone, I guess, here. Alright, everybody. And, oh, right. I want to change these around. You've got 0. I'll keep that as a 4. Doctoring, we want to do research. Yeah, I have a high research person because I wanted to get through and research enough to get the shuttles. So I can go around and collect all my animals. And that'll be good to get all this research fast. You know, unless we, you know, die doing all this. At the moment, though, I'm going to just have this all on hauling. I start with random pork. And a skull. Oh, right. I think it's because... yeah. Wolf here is a psychopath, and he started the game. One of his inventory was just a skull, because he's a psychopath. We've got a brawler, lazy. She's staggeringly ugly, and then moron is pretty. Yeah, so we're all baseliners. I don't have any recreational variety. We'll get that set up. Oh yeah, another one thing is there's an outfit stand now. I can get things. Also, I think they added. There's some other stuff they added too. But I mean, we'll eventually get to that at some point. Recreation. No, I want a wooden one. Let's just put it out in the sand for now. There's a quail. Alright, so let's gather this stuff up. And who's my... construction, mining. You're gonna do those. We've got a handle animal. We've got more handling. I guess... oh, my researcher and my cook. Yes. Gather all of this up as well. What do we got? We got a bunch of compacted steel right here. There's our machinery. Alright, I forget who... right, you're my melee. You're also melee, but you're terrible at it. And then Moron is... it's gonna be my best shooter, I guess. That's not good. So as a brawler, you'll be unhappy if you have to carry a ranged weapon. So at the moment, I'm gonna give Wolf the pistol, I guess. Alright. Grab that. Are you hauling the pistol? don't you equip that? Alright. Okay, I've got some wood, right? 193. I guess we'll start and try and get some kind of structure going. Yeah, that's just gonna get us something. And we'll get a double spot, single spot, and then I've got... Where did you go? I could have swore I had... Oh, there you are. You're blending in. Yeah, Plato, my donkey. Starting out with a donkey, yeah. We'll give him a sleeping spot. There we go. We have a skull. You guys aren't... You're complaining about sleeping alone right now. But that's it. I'm gonna expect there's gonna be an ancient danger somewhere on the map. Surely there are. There's our silver. Maybe I don't have one? Ah, no, it's probably right here. Just to remember. There we go. D for danger. Alright, so I've got some sand stellas that I can get rid of. Yeah, that's most likely going to be the ancient danger. Where is the mechanator? Ah, okay, it's over here. I don't have anomaly, so there's no obelisk on the map to worry to look for. And at some point, even though I'm not starting with the ship, there will be a possible option to have it show up and crash land somewhere on the map. So I've got a steam geyser there. Is there another steam? There's one right there. That's pretty close, actually. And there's one there. Where's the third one? Okay. And if I look over here, there's two. Okay, so we've got plenty for that. So that's good. Okay, they got that done pretty fast. We'll need to where's my plant cut? No, can you harvest this one? It's in the way. Are you kind of bad at it? Oh, it's a 3, I guess. Alright. So if I look, I've got a lot of good growing stuff. Get some rice going. Hay grass for Play-Doh, and we're gonna need it for the animals later. I'll get a section of corn just to diversify. And that's about... Don't know if there's... I guess I get some cotton as well. We'll get some cotton. That's gonna be too low. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Cotton. Can't get any heel rope. I don't have enough. Nor can I get the smoke leaf. Okay. That'll be good for that for now. Okay, you're chopping the oak tree. Have you hauled in? No. A lot of steel. Ah. I also don't know what I need because Wolf's doing it right now. Wolf, stop that. Furniture. And who's my construction? Wolf is. No, Wolf. Get that set up. No, 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 no. You are not. Nope. You guys are not going to eat that until Wolf gets this set up. Come on, Wolf. I know you can do it. Moron's waiting for his food. I guess you can try to harvest that tree first. No. I'd like you not to get that debuff yet. There we go. Now you guys can eat. Where are you off to, Wolf? Cloud watching in the middle of the river. Okay. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, I'm gonna get this nice little setup here on top of this delta. It's gonna slow down any of the enemies if they come in. I'm gonna try to keep myself into this spot here. Maybe get a bridge in a couple of these places. I feel like thematically this looks nice because there's deep water there. Something here as well. Along with this area. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. So yeah, that'll be the goal. I can probably then have the ship land in the middle of this desert area here, and then we'll just kind of build around it when I can take off and land. Yeah, we're gonna look forward to a bunch of animals. I've got a list. I'm basing my menagerie off of the Palace of Versailles, and I've got a list of animals that Versailles had, and comparatively getting the ones that are currently in the game of RimWorld without having any sort of other animal mods, just the ones that were, because they added a bunch of new animals with the Odyssey expansion. I think the piece de resistance would be the new Thrumbo, but if I expect it, I think it's gonna be like a 12 or 13 to try to tame that thing, and pretty far away from that. Pretty far away. Get some of that harvested. So I've got a good source of extra steel there. We've got some wood. A lot of extra wood. My growing time is 40 of 60. So that's pretty good. It will get cold at some point as well. There we go. I bet you guys are feeling... Yeah. There we go. Why is yours only a 2? It's because your wife is physically hideous. You married her, man. Yeah, husband, crash together, chit chat, deep talk. You don't get any chit chat or deep talk. I think this might be because you are a psychopath. But yeah, this is it's because you're wearing flak pants. Okay, you took that off. I'm not sure if you need that on. I will need a source of power. I might just go with the wood fire at the moment. Although I could set up a wind turbine. Yeah, we'll set up a wind turbine, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, so our first day is complete here in our seaside little crash landing spot. So I'm going to stop here at this point, and I'll continue this another time.